Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So we got the Seychelles election, Seychelles election, and we got a winner. Patrick Hermini is the next president of Seychelles, defeating Ramkalawan, or we called him Wavell in the first round video. But we can project that President Wavell has been defeated on a close race, fairly, by Patrick Hermini becoming the next president of Seychelles. He is officially the president-elect, assuming office in, 18 days on October 30th. But, yeah, when it comes to specifically this election, it was a very, very, very close one. And you can see that the election, we talked about the first round, and that first round, I want to believe, where's the first round results? I think we should pull up the first round results. This is the first round. Yeah, 48% for Hermini, 46% for Wavell, and I did mention that Wavell had been running in every single election since this whole century so far. And I mentioned that because, the theory is people are going to get tired of seeing your name on the ballot. And you could say, this is probably what happened here. Now, it's kind of interesting. Will Wavell run this time? If he doesn't, it would be the first time election since 1993 and the next presidential election that Wavell wouldn't be running. So you get a new name, new candidates, but you officially will have him leave in 2030. Well, I don't know. He's not the president anymore. He has been defeated by Hermini, and he will become the next president. I found this out, and I think it was very interesting to point out. I'm just going to point it out. Apparently, witchcraft is indeed a crime in Seychelles, and Hermini was caught practicing witchcraft, and he was charged. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm 100% against witchcraft, so I don't think he would have got my vote for sure. But obviously, looking here, judging with this at the elections, I would imagine that the witchcraft charge would be used against Hermini by Wavell. I think that has been used in many debates, if there were any. I could imagine there were some debates in Seychelles. But, yeah, the turnout, 34,000 votes. Then again, only 60,000 participants, or 65,000 participants. Seychelles is then again another small island country, but it's a group of islands in the Indian Ocean, I want to believe. Yeah, close to the African coast, Indian Ocean, right here. But yeah, it is a significant victory. Wavell has been defeated. To a little recap, though, Hermini comes from the U.S., or the United Seychelles, which formerly was a far-left political party until 1991, when it went to becoming more center-left to left-wing. Its main ideology is democratic socialism and social democracy. This isn't really much of a surprise, as Seychelles is a progressive country. And looking at the map so far, the right is catching up to the left. They are leading by 3-10. Then the center getting 6. But we can officially say that the left will pick one up inevitably, as Seychelles is a reliably progressive country. It's important to note that. Looking in the Wavell comes from the LDS, which is more of a center political party, which you can see that political party he did come from the SNP, another center political party. So he's a radical centrist. Or you could say he is a conservative, since there really are no conservative parties in Seychelles. you'll see he did come. Yes, you do have the United Seychelles Party, very left wing party in the said country in there also. But you do have the results, and I don't know if I predicted Hermini would be the victor of this election or not. It was a while since I covered this, and they get mixed up with other countries that we covered. We covered a lot. We're covering the Cameroon next. They had a presidential election. And then we have another country. We talked about Nauru. We talked about the Czech Republic. We talked about so much that I made a bold prediction. But I don't know which one it was. Not Bolivia. I remember the Bolivian election. But I did make a point, do remember making the point that Wavell, if you're going to be out running on the ballot so many times, people are just going to be sick of seeing your name. This is just how it is in generality when it comes to running in an election. You get tired of seeing your name. Don't get me wrong. I've got you anything. People, the Seychelles people love Wavell very much. But they're just tired of seeing your name. Like, we were tired of seeing Sherrod Brown running in Ohio, and what is he doing right now? He's running for Senate. Like, seriously, this is absolutely ridiculous when it comes to that. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about other than this was a very close election. We can examine the map here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, there. I was texting someone. Okay. Yes, you can see that the LDS strongholds are right over here. Whether you call this the north of this side island or the west, it really is depends on your interpretation. But you see that the red areas right over here, and you'll see, I would say this one's in 60%. So darker red is 60%. Darker blue is 60% over here. 55% is in the medium. And there, I can't really find any medium colored. Oh yeah, this is 60%. Never mind. This is 55%. So it was also the other islands. Remember, this is Seychelles. The map makes it look like Seychelles is one island, but you have other islands like the Praslin Island, the Praslin Islands, and the Digay and Inner Islands, which are. This is the big island. This is the big island of Seychelles right here, and I would imagine that this is where all the people are located. Comparing this to the first round results, yeah, you'll understandably understand that the colors are going to be lighter because, again, you got more candidates running, you got other candidates running, there's split ticketing, and it's not going to be as decisive as you would expect the second round or runoff would be. And now it's decisive, quite decisive indeed. And Hermini didn't win decisively, although he won decisively in these districts, a lot of the red districts. Hermini ended up, however, performing a very close race, but what mattered was he succeeded, and he succeeded in a over 5% margin, it seems. And it looks like he got a good parliament. Yes, his party gained 9 seats in the parliamentary election. So it was a red wave, it looks like, in Seychelles terms. But anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below, and as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.